Well, actually, I wanted to sort of like be region.
Exactly.
I wanted to be Regis Philbin.
I'm CJ. And I'm Lou. Grab your tinfoil hat and tune into Speculating Wildly, your number one source for completely accurate, opinion based news.
Hi.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hi.
It hurts till you caught the illness through the computer.
Well, also last night I had everyone over to get mega high outer space style and watch The Prestige.
Oh yes. How did that go? A hit?
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
I didn't overhype it. I hyped it just the right amount.
Okay, hell yeah.
And I'll be watching it with you long distance. Anyway, this podcast is
Yeah.
about all the movies I want to watch with CJ long distance.
I would listen to that podcast. I also am self-absorbed, so of course I would. It's about me and I'm in it. So
Well, but we also have the best podcast in town. Armis
That's-
Not Now My King.
I'm so sorry. I will keep coughing, and that is a flaw that I have. Now, I had just said, "Oh, you got sick through the computer." Tell me what you think about a parasympathetic immune system. Do you know about that theory?
It's sort of like sympathy sick.
Yeah, but it's like that's how you get sick. I don't really know if that's what it is. Okay, it's just a word
I believe
that I
in it.
have heard that I go yes. People go, oh, well, or parasympathetic immune systems, and I go, the parasympathy is getting us all COVID. Ugh.
Well, do you think, would people put like, when people sync up their periods, would that fall under that category? Because you are like actually having your period.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a mind over matter kind of belief where it's like, if you have the belief in you that someone around you being sick will get you sick, then you get sick. But if you don't believe that, then you won't.
Interesting.
But I also
think I fall
germs
somewhere in the middle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say germs exist.
Right, because science is real.
Because I thought I was immune to COVID.
And then you
still got it.
But you made it. Hey, baby, you made it 6 years and only got it once.
No, I'd like a medal or something. But now I'm like, scientists won't study my blood, and that's like.
Well, that's probably a good thing. You don't want scientists studying your blood. They'll
If I got to meet the scientist first.
If the scientist was your main man, Chris Fleming, then fine. If Hank Green wanted to test your blood, we'd let it happen. In my mind,
Chris Fleming or Hank Green, I'd give him the go-ahead.
And I know that Chris Fleming is not a scientist, but
What's a scientist?
Hey, and say that. Say that. Because we don't need science. We need the power of Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, today is our most Christ-like episode yet. Or anti-style. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Maybe by the end of this podcast, I'm going to be like, I'm on board. They got me.
Listen, I have to say, 90% red flags.
I was so scared 10%? That you were going to be...
I was like, well...
Good point.
And not even good point, but just sort of like, that's nice.
Aw.
And there is sort of the like, I don't know how to say what I want to say. There's sort of like that wholesome feeling of like, these guys really do want to be good on paper.
Yeah.
On paper. And when I say these guys, you guys, I mean Mormons. So welcome into Mormon episode.
Today is all about Mormonism, and I am so excited because Mormons really got their way into the spotlight in a big way. And I don't know how they did that.
They're having their moment again and again and again.
They keep finding their way into the spotlight when they should be focused on being in God's light.
Well, and all of, I mean, Mormonism is always so fascinating to me. And I grew up in Colorado, which is famously right next to Utah. Their corners touch tips. and so there was Mormon overlap. And during my research for this episode, I learned that so many of the things that I thought were real are not real. Like, one of the things I learned in elementary school that's not true is that I thought Mormons weren't allowed to drink hot things because it was the temperature of the devil.
That's fun. Put that in our religion, though. That's silly. Let's make a
We
fake
can put that in our
religion.
religion.
Let's make a real one and a fake
I've been
one,
saying.
and see who gets
I've
more.
been saying. And I've been saying.
Okay.
And I've been saying.
So look out for that in the future. New religions too.
I just want to pump up the energy by doing this, and maybe it won't do anything.
I'm sure it will.
But I just want to pump up the energy.
I always want my energy pumped. Say that.
This is us.
What the heck was
Anyway,
even
so
that?
That's the theme song of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which every time it starts, I do think it's that song with Sam Smith and Kim Petras, where Kim Petras comes out of Sam Smith's skirt, but it's different.
Is that the one where mommy don't know that daddy's getting hot at the candy shop or wherever?
Body shop, yeah.
However, consider
something unholy.
Now I'm thinking about Candy
Consider
Shop
Kit?
by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do an episode on that. Okay,
I'll do an episode on anything. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you for doing that. I've never seen The Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
And maybe after today you'll want to.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do with Mormonism.
Love that. I have watched The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because that's an incredible program. And so, but I kind of came here today to be sat and to listen. I'm sat and I'm listening, and I want to learn a thing or two.
Well, before we get into sort of Fact Nation, which I'm doing in a fun game form, so no need to fall asleep toward me. Who's your favorite Real Housewife of SLC?
Okay, thank you so much for asking. This is a really important question to me. Do you like how I start every answer that way?
It makes me feel important.
Well, you are. I have never been a Meredith girl. I've never been a Lisa girl. Do any Lisa girls exist? I know Meredith girls exist, but a Lisa Barlow apologist, I have never
I hate
encountered.
to say one of my best friends in this world is a big Lisa Barlow girl.
We're going to have to talk about that off the air.
It's Emily. Sorry, I said it.
I figured.
Sorry, I said it. It's Emily. But I think she would really say, I'm a Lisa girl.
She'd fight for her?
I think so.
That's incredible.
This is an Emily podcast. Something I love about Emily is that when she says something, she really means it.
And that's the best way to be, earnest and confident. So I would be interested in seeing, like, if Emily wanted to make a PowerPoint on the joys of Lisa Barlow, I would be sat and listening to that the same way I am today. But my favorites from the get were Whitney and Heather. However, Heather's kind of gone weird. But I hate to say it, but Mary Crosby? And I'm so sorry for her loss, of course. And
yeah,
she was so funny on the show, and she shared a lot. Like, she really, I know she didn't talk about her cult, but she really shared about, like, the hardships in her family and in her life, and I think that's really brave and beautiful. So
yeah, well, I started out loving Meredith, hating Mary, and it's really gone the other way. And of course, Bronwyn is my number one queen.
Oh, I love Bronwyn too.
And I love Whitney when it's Whitney and Heather.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love Heather Gay, and I still loved her even this most recent season. But then for a second, there was a commercial on my television for, I want to say, like, Atkins diet, which I didn't even know still existed. And it was Heather Gay, and it looked so unlike Heather Gay.
Yeah.
That, listen, I'm still a Heather Gay fan, and we'll see what happens next season, but I'm scared of it. Of her.
100%. I I didn't mind her on this past season. Like, I didn't watch it as it aired, and I felt like I was like, whoa, Heather's really got to be out there, like, fucking up. People have really turned on her. People really don't like her. And I didn't think she was so bad.
I think she was very normal.
I do too. I thought she was kind of forgettable.
Comparatively, I think just a regular housewife, if that's a thing.
You know?
But yeah. Anyway, but I will say Heather Gay's Mormon documentary.
I do want to watch that.
You would. I think. I don't know. I may have said this in a previous pod, but I like knew Mormonism was scary.
Right.
And then Heather Gay sort of has a documentary where you're like, oh, it's worse than I thought. And I already thought it was bad.
Yeah, I'm scared.
And I also want to say that for all of the housewives who are Mormons and are calling Mary's church a cult, I would like to say the Mormon church has the exact same principles.
Like the call is coming from inside the house. Like, yeah.
It's literally like, I actually think you have more free will in Mary's church.
Wow. Because, I mean, I haven't watched the Mary Church documentary. You have. Is that true?
I've watched most of it. It got a little, like, I don't know. I was like, you're saying the things that everyone's already been saying. I'm not learning anything.
Redundant, yeah. Because it does seem like, from what I've seen from outside of the experience, looking in, it does sort of seem like she's just got really good at, like, getting people to want to give her their money. And is that what a cult is?
Charismatic and earnest, you know? She has those beautiful cult leader qualities. What can I say?
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into the thick of it, I do have a formal retraction from last episode.
Oh God.
I mentioned Elijah, and I said, to me, Elijah is only Andrew Rannells in Book of Mormon. I'm sorry. Elijah is Andrew Rannells in Girls.
Got it. That makes more sense. I'm
sorry.
I think
his name is Kevin in Book of Mormon.
You've done an awesome job. Yeah, it is. It's Kevin. Kevin. Yeah. Okay.
And then also, I just want to know, because I will get into it, but in your mind, what year did Jesus die?
Oh. 1.
How would you answer that? 1,
what
like,
year?
or 0, right?
Right, because then, because it's before Christ, BC, and then after death. So, which is funny.
So then there's just a 33-year period in between?
I mean, in theory, right? That's what I was just wondering. It's like, it is like there's before Christ and after Christ. And then, like, while those 33 years during Christ, is that like nothing else in the world happened? There was only Jesus?
There was only Christ. Well, because Easter's coming up, and there's some conversation about Jesus within the church, if you'd believe it. And they're saying that Jesus died in 33 AD. So I think that AD is maybe actually AC, or ACB, after Christ's birth.
Yeah. And then
That's not something I learned in church or school.
Well, and they're changing things all the time, right? Because it is so funny that, like, the universal reference of time is about Jesus. So they did make it BCE, right, before Common Era. But they never changed the other one.
Yeah.
That I know of.
I don't know. And then there was also an article that was like, can you believe we're coming up on the 2000th anniversary of his dying time? And I'm like, no, that's crazy. Time flies, you guys. So
2,000 years without Jesus. No. Yeah.
No, it feels like forever.
Golly.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. It'll come back. So.
Thank you for asking.
We're going to play a rousing little game of who wants to be a Mormonaire? Who wants to be the The Mormon.
Um,
And you do. Oh,
no, I'm just so delighted.
okay.
You have note cards and you said, who wants to be a Mormonaire? I'm
Mormon,
having so
yeah.
much fun already.
And I do want you to know you have your 3 lifelines of 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience.
Oh my God. Who's the
I'm not
audience?
sure who the audience is. It might be your parents. Or I can go across the hall to my neighbor.
That would be so funny.
I've never met them in person. We've only texted. So
Well,
this could be a fun intro.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get ready. Oh, wait, what's Slumdog Millionaire? Sorry.
Never
Sorry for the
apologize.
ref up top. Okay,
Okay.
CJ.
Yes.
How did founding Mormons add new principles to the religion? Was it A, the elders all had the same vision? B, they were clearly written on the golden plates? C, a council of angels gathered the men and presented options? Or D, they decided through private conversations with the Holy Ghost?
I would love for it to be C because that's sort of fun. But I want to say, based on the very few things I know about Mormonism, that D, that like they were like, I talked to the Holy Ghost, me, myself, and him had a conversation. That's what makes sense to me. So D.
And you are right. Yeah,
Yes.
You're right. Basically, Joseph Smith was like, well, I've been talking to the angels and I've decided these things, which basically I love Christianity, but I would change a few things, like I want to have a million wives. And I did hear that idea from the Holy Ghost, and so I think, to me, yes, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's how sort of all decisions in the Mormon church are made, as far as like outside of the Bible as we know it as a baseline. Everything else has been a man being like, would you believe that the Holy Ghost sort of whispered in my little ear?
He told me,
And
but he
said-
told me not to tell anyone. So keep it between us.
Which is also the Heather Gay documentary. All of the amazing men who are assaulting children and women are doing it because the Holy Ghost told them to. But if they repent, it'll be fine.
So the Holy Ghost says, like, go out there and do some raping, but then you have to come say sorry.
Pretty much. Or like, listen, like, you're not supposed to do things in this way, but if you feel that this is a loophole, who am I to stop you right now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, amazing job on the first question.
Thank you
That's
so much.
probably $100 or something.
Okay. 100. What did Mormons get? What do you need in order to get your planet, which I do know is a thing in Mormonism? What do you need to achieve? What are Mormon points? I'm keeping track.
You have to sort of just be perfect.
Okay,
in
so
God's eyes.
That's one perfection point for me.
You've got one perfection point. And thank you for bringing up planets, because the next question is...
Oh, yes. Okay.
God's throne is located in space.
Of course.
Next to which planet?
Oh.
A, Cockrofoon.
Oh. Ah!
B, Kerbo. C, Kuzbai. D, Kolob. I can read those again if you want.
I will want that. And I really thought that, like, I was so prepared to hear you say, like, Venus, Neptune,
Real
Mars,
planets.
and Mercury. That to hear what was the first one?
Cockrofoon.
I really thought, like, I was having a stroke. Okay, Cockrofoon. It can't be Cockrofoon. Also, the fact that, like, there's one right answer out of these, and the other three presumably just, like, came from your big, beautiful brain.
Well, actually, I wanted to sort of like be region.
Exactly.
I wanted to be Regis Philbin. He hosted that.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And he's dead.
Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. And for a second, I thought because he was dead, he couldn't have hosted it.
Yeah, once you die, you could never have been anything else before that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so smart.
One of the answers is the answer.
Uh-huh.
And then the 3 other answers are fictional planets that have been like out in a like they
in a different thing.
Lore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay.
So I'll go through them again.
Yeah, please.
A. Cockrofoon. B. Kerbo. C. Kuzibai. D. Collab.
Collab. I think. Okay, but this is not like if it wants to be a millionaire where if I get it wrong, like I'm out, right?
No, because we have to record the whole episode.
That's so true. Should I go back to 0 points if I get it wrong? Because here's the thing. Right. Like, I could phone a friend. They're not going to know either. Yeah. I'm going to give you...
And here's something... I was just going to say, my God doesn't keep score. The body does.
Oh, God. Does it ever?
Boy.
Oh, the body keeps score. Someone should write that down. Okay. My gut and in my soul says it's... Mm-hmm. What was B?
Kerbo.
I want it to be Kerbo because I think that's hilarious. So I'm gonna say it's B, Kerbo.
No. Beep. It's Collab.
See, and I thought to myself, Collab sounds too familiar, so that can't be it. But I've seen the Book of Mormon, so that's why I've heard of Collab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And because I listened to Book of Mormon to prep for this. And it sounds like they're saying cola. And I had to look it up and say cola. That's Collab.
Collab. Okay. I'm disappointed in myself. I really should have known. But what's Kerbo from? What's that, Kai?
Kerbo, I think, is from... It's either a planet that was mentioned in Star Wars or Hitchhiker's Guide to... No, the first one is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Kuzebai is Star Wars, and Kerbo, I think, was just like a short story.
Kerbo sounds so cute, though. Kerbo.
I know. I really wrote it down because I loved it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to be that. It down. My God lives next to Kerbo. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I still have 1 perfection point.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, this is the most boring question in the stack.
Love it.
How much of your income must go to the church in tithings? Okay. A, 3%. B, 5%. C, 10%. Or D, 25%.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do think it's not A or B. I think it's 10. Because 25 is just like, could you really get that many people to agree to give you 25? But then I also
if it means you're getting your own planet.
That's so true. I think, oh God. Okay, but if I do my 50-50, you can't say C or D. You have to pick like, and that would be my way of cheating. I think it's D, 25%. Is it that insane? Or is it normal?
10%.
Ah! You tricked me. And by that, right. I mean...
I'm sorry.
I'm giving
I did a little bit.
I'm giving myself a perfection point.
I was going to say, you can give yourself half one.
I'm taking it. I need my planet.
Yeah, but 10% is still fucking insane.
Yeah, that's bonko.
And another thing I learned from Heather Gay's documentary is that when families are like, hey, so we're being poor right now. You made us have 92 children. And, Elijah lost his job. SOS. They're like, Tithings, please.
Oh my God.
They don't give a hoot, which is the same in Mary Cosby's church, Crosby.
You know? Wow. She really said, it seems like her family really said, let's go to Salt Lake City to start this church because they're already giving their money away to God. Let's get them to give it to us.
Yeah, well,
So,
I guess her grandma actually like started that church, and it was incredibly different under her rule. Mary's sort of the one who made it bad.
Or
anyway,
she took inspiration from the world around her. Okay.
Well, truly, art imitates life. Church imitates church. Okay. When Mormons have reached the highest level of salvation, they get rewarded with many things, such as getting their own planet.
Yep.
Which of these is not something they are rewarded?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
A, becoming a god. B, becoming an heir to God / you're officially Jesus's brother now. Or sister.
That's huge.
C, time travel. D, you can create your own new worlds.
Ooh. So it makes sense to me that if you're given a planet, you're god of that planet. And oh my God, what if this planet that we're on is just like someone's Mormon reward planet?
Dude, I know.
What the
Wouldn't it be
heck?
crazy if Mormonism was the answer to the simulation?
That's so funny. Also, like, if this was someone's, like, reward planet and this is what they did to it, how'd they become perfect in God's eyes?
They made Mormons bad on their own planet? Yeah, I don't know.
They were like, let's see what they think of this. Wow. Okay, so I think that it makes sense if you get a planet, you get to be god of it. Otherwise, what would you do with it? I love the idea that, like, then you're also Jesus's brother officially. What are you talking about? I think that you probably... Well, time travel's hard. Because you're dead.
To do.
It's so hard to do. Especially when you're dead. So I'm gonna say C. You don't get to time travel.
Yeah.
Woo!
You don't.
Woo!
As far as I know. Couldn't find it anywhere. Amazing. Perfection point, CJ.
Yes.
Okay. God lives in space.
Duh.
We've established that.
Yeah.
But when he was exalted to godhood, he appeared in A, Carthage, Illinois, B, Cleveland, Ohio, C, Rochester, New York, D, Jackson County, Missouri.
I do know that it is D, Jackson County, Missouri, because I know that from the Book of Mormon. Although now I'm looking at your face and I'm worried that you're tricking me. But I know that he says, no, because the Garden of Eden was in Jackson County, Missouri. And I'm also very confused because if God, what do you mean, like, before God was God? He was somewhere in America?
Jesus and God and angels, etc., appeared many places at any given time.
Sure.
And as we've established, God's throne is in space.
Yeah.
But maybe when he's exalted, he travels, not through time, but to one of these 4 places. And all 4 of these places are, like, relevant places where Mormonism had stuff happen.
Okay, because the Garden of Eden is in Jackson County, Missouri. That doesn't mean that's where God was exalted. And I'm going to tell you now that we keep using this word, and I do not think I know what it means.
Yes, exalted.
Lou is thinking really hard and definitely not at all on her phone, giving it a Google.
I have photographic memory and I'm going into my dictionary.
Yeah, and also Lou doesn't even use Google. She uses Duck. Duck Go is what it's called. Because her
Totally.
morals are
Go Duck
stronger
is
than
better
mine.
because sometimes Google comes up anyway though because it's like automatic on my phone.
Yeah.
It's tough. Anyway, so exalted means um of a person of or their rank or status being placed at a higher powerful level, held in
Okay.
high regard, being noble or lofty, or in a state of extreme happiness. So when God gets really happy,
He was in. Can you read me the options again?
yes. A. Carthage, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
B. Cleveland, Ohio. C. Rochester, New York. And D. Jackson County, Missouri.
Okay, I'm gonna go with A. Carthage, Illinois, only because that's where Keith from the Try Guys is from. Or lived, or
Nice.
something like that. Or he's talked about it and said it one time in a video. So, A.
Totally.
Carthage, Illinois.
I'm so sorry to say the answer is C. Rochester,
Again?
New York. That's where Joseph Smith dug up the golden plates.
And I knew that. I knew
He
that.
did. Deep down. I know.
They talk
Okay.
about it in the musical.
They do. They do talk about it in the musical, which they also talk about this in the musical.
Okay.
The Mormons believe which biblical location is actually in America?
Garden of Eden.
A. Bethlehem. B. Mount Zion. C. Garden of Eden. And D. the Sin Desert. And I thought I was going to really trick you with Mount Zion because of Zion National Park in Utah, the place of the Mormons, but you knew. I knew it was Garden of Eden from the musical.
And from, just it being true. Do you know that there's another belief from a different religion or a different group of people who think that Garden of Eden is in Florida?
That rocks.
Yeah. That makes more sense. That,
tropical.
Exactly. Like, you could, run around and be naked there. You could run around and be naked there right now. You'd fit right in. I don't know what goes on there.
Yeah. Probably that. Nudists.
There's at least 200 naked people running around in Florida right now. For sure.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. My naked, crazy people census. Yeah.
Sorry of that. Okay. When Joseph Smith discovered the golden plates,
Yes.
what language were they in?
Oh, sorry. No, you have options. Go.
Okay. A. Sanskrit. B. Latin. C. Reformed Egyptian. D. Reformed Hebrew.
Okay. So my answer was gonna be one that only Joseph Smith could read. He's like,
Totally.
oh, I can read this. You guys can't. Sanskrit, Latin, Reformed Egyptian, or Reform Hebrew. It makes the most sense that it would be Reform Hebrew because of Jesus being Jewish. And that ancient Jews sailed boats and sailed to America. So I'm gonna go with D, but I have a feeling you're gonna be like, it was C, Reform Egyptian.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is C.
So I think you still get a perfection point. Yeah,
I think I do
It was
too.
Reformed Egyptian. And because you guessed exactly the sequence of events following your guess. But he didn't lie well enough to say it was in angel language, and so only I know it. He was simply like, I lost him.
Right.
And then he had a scribe, and they transcribed 118 pages worth of plates. Lost those.
This is sounding a lot like what happened to all of our information of how to go to the moon.
Yeah. Good news, though.
Oh.
3 people said they saw the plates. Later, 5 more people said they saw it.
So that's 9 people, including Joseph.
Mhm.
So sounds right to me. Hey.
So I wouldn't question it.
Well, no, you can't question the word of
To me.
9 people.
No, God, no. Okay. Which one do I want? Okay. Mormons are not monotheistic, which is like a big argument. The reason that Joseph Smith was killed in Carthage, Illinois,
Oh.
was by a mob of people who felt like what's the word I'm looking for?
Offended.
You not be, yeah. I want to say like not kosher, but what am I trying to say? Like they're being bad.
People thought like you're being bad.
Bad Christian style.
Right.
Being
anti
being mean toward God, whatever. Anyway, they thought that being monotheistic was crazy style for Christians, especially because their whole thing is built on like
being non-monotheistic is crazy style for Christians.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, polytheistic.
Why are you being polytheistic when God is God and you're being Christian and you talk about how much you love being Christian and yet you're worshiping multiple spirits? Anyway, Mormons firmly believe that there are separate entities: the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, and A, Uncle Brigham Young, B, Grandfather Time, C, Heavenly Brother, D, Heavenly Mother.
It's really funny if it's Uncle Brigham Young. Like, that's the funniest one, to be like, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, Uncle Brigham. That's an awesome one. That one would be if Mormonism
that one is the most awesome choice.
Yeah, if Mormons were awesome, that would be it. I think it's C, Heavenly Brother, because they're sort of like all about being brothers together, going places, them and their brother. I'm gonna use my 50-50 though.
Okay. It's either Grandfather Time,
okay,
or Heavenly Mother.
Whoa, didn't see that coming. I thought it was gonna be Grandfather Time or a Heavenly Brother, and I really wasn't gonna know. Look, Mormons have to love their moms because moms make so many of them. But then again, do moms make too many and then Mormons go, I don't like this anymore. There's too many of us running around. I don't get enough mommy time. So are mothers sacred because they have to push out so many children? Or do mommies not matter because mommies make mommy issues? And do women count? Are women people? Does God care about women as far as Joseph Smith was concerned? I don't know that. I mean, I know that God cared that many women, one man, so that makes me think that it's probably B, Grandfather Time.
Boom, boom. Boom.
Boom.
It's Heavenly Mother.
It is Heavenly Mother?
Boom.
Okay, good for
It's
that.
Heavenly Mother because, and then I was like, it's Heavenly Mother, #equality.
Right.
It takes two to tango. But then I was like, someone's got to make it nice. You know?
Yeah.
So someone's sort of got to be mom to us.
Right.
We're going to have all these boys and no one's taking care of us, wiping our butts. Heavenly Mother, please.
Heavenly Mother, please. Okay, well,
Please.
I should have known that there was no Grandfather Time, because if there was, they'd be able to time travel when they died. And they're not.
I don't know why time was really speaking to me with my fake answers.
You know,
Ugh.
there's something to look at there.
Which historical American document is said to be divined by God unto the Mormons? A, the Constitution. B, the Declaration of Independence. C, the Bill of Rights. Or D, the Articles of Confederation.
I'm like, do I know what is in all of these documents? No.
Yeah.
Ooh, eh. Should I just use all of my timelines? Timelines? Lifelines? Should I phone a friend?
Sure.
Okay.
Phone a friend.
Hello? Where are you? Are you like in a bird store?
I'm about to get on the train.
Oh, okay. I have a really important question. You're on the podcast. Is that okay?
Wait.
Okay. Mormons.
Oh, wait, literally?
Well, I mean, it's being recorded. I can edit you out, but I'm recording you for the podcast.
Okay, wait, let me see in 10 seconds.
Okay, let's find out if we have God on our side. Mormons. And here's the question. Oh, wait, no, you can't hear Lou. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. What's the
I'll take it
question,
to
Lou?
you.
Yeah. Which historical
Is,
American document
is said to be divined by God unto the Mormons? The Constitution.
The Constitution. It's multiple choice. A, the Constitution.
The Declaration of Independence.
B, the Declaration of Independence.
The Bill of Rights.
C, the Bill of Rights.
Or the Articles of Confederation.
Or D, the Articles of Confederation. What's your answer?
Oh, God. I guess the Declaration of Independence.
Okay,
No, that's way too early.
Well, I mean, Mormons have been around a long time.
I thought they only came out in like the 1800s.
Well, but they think God was talking to them long before that. Or
And I stand by what I said.
okay, thank you so much. Love you. Get on the train. Bye.
Tell her I love her. Okay.
Oh, and Lou loves you. Bye. Okay, so we have
So on
one
that
vote
train right now
from Gus
for the salamander documents.
I mean, we forgot to consider the salamander documents. Okay, so in Declaration of Independence. Let's call friend number 2.
It answers the phone.
It answers the phone, and it answers a question about Mormonism for the podcast, yes or no?
Oh, okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Which historical document do the Mormons say was divined unto them by God? A, the Declaration of Independence. B,
The Constitution.
the Constitution. C, the Bill of Rights. Or
Bill of
D, the Article of Confederacy.
Ooh. Okay, see, this is okay. Am I allowed to phone a friend or?
I'm phoning a friend.
Okay. Wait, okay. I think that because you want to say the Confederacy,
Right.
Like that, because you want to, but I think
This is what you want to say.
I think that's a red herring. I think it's oh my God, can you read them to me again? I'm pregnant and I forgot everything you said.
Okay, but if you get it wrong, then you have to name the baby Brigham Young. Agree?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. A, the Declaration of Independence. B, the Constitution. C,
Okay.
Bill of Rights. D, Confederacy.
Okay. I think I'm going to 50-50 here, and I think it's either the Declaration of Independence. No, Declaration of Independence is too early for Mormonism.
Okay, would you believe I just phoned another friend and they said the same exact thing?
Yeah, because Mormonism wasn't invented, I think, until like the mid-1800s.
Now I understand what you're saying.
Yes, so I think, that the Declaration of Independence was from 1776.
Yes, that's when this country, this great, great country that we all love, was born.
Yeah, I learned that in Hamilton. 1776. And I won't sing any more of it so that you don't get
Copywritten?
fined. Copyright infringement. So it's gotta be the bill. It was the Bill of Rights or
The Confederacy, okay, so
it's not the Confederacy.
okay, we're going with C, Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the final answer?
that's final answer. Sorry, you can't hear Lou because she's in my headphones, but she can hear you.
Okay. I love
It's
that.
the Constitution.
Oh my God, it's the Constitution. Okay,
The Constitution.
well, I hope you and baby Brigham Young have a really happy day.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And many blessings upon you
Many blessings upon you as well,
and with your spirit.
and also with yours. Love you so
And
much.
unto you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, so two idiots. really led me astray,
You
I
big
guess.
idiots. You're only friends with idiots. What the hell?
That is so true.
Yeah, so something really amazing about the Mormons is that fundamentalist Mormons believe that they, like, one of the reasons they were put on this earth is to defend the Constitution.
Wow. But the
Isn't that crazy?
Constitution,
I didn't realize, like,
the Constitution was also from before Mormons. Is that because of Hamilton? Is how I know that.
yes.
I've only ever learned
so-
anything in a musical. If you want me to obtain information,
Same.
put it in a musical.
Well, that's literally, you know that AI is doing that now, and it's, like,
Well,
really working. AI sings songs.
Well, I was going to say, that's why they keep making all those AI songs, but that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I learned why a truck carries those big spools
Exactly.
the way that they do.
Dude, yes.
They were like, you think you
Yes,
want
yes,
to carry
yes.
them uppy downy, but it's really side to side.
It's really side to side.
I learned that from an AI song.
Yeah, so Mormons, I guess I didn't really realize until I did this research, like, how America it all is.
That makes
Which
sense.
makes sense because of the racism and everything. And but to Mormons, they, like, I'm using the biggest air quotes in the world here, really valued Native Americans
Right.
because they felt like Native Americans were the first Americans. They felt like that.
Well, as long as they, feel that way.
But they're, like, one of their top beliefs is that Earth is one of many inhabited worlds.
That makes
Obviously,
sense.
because of all of the Mormons who have died and gotten their own
Their
world.
own planet.
But that the U.S. was created for Mormons and God's chosen people only. So not only is Mormonism, like, the number one religion, and anyone else who isn't a Mormon is being led through life by Satan, but
Oh.
anyone who's not in America is also inherently being led through life by Satan.
Okay, so, but, like, do we get a little bonus with God and not because we're American?
Not if because then we're, like, sort of looking a gift horse in the mouth and saying, you let us be in this godly nation, and not only are we hating our godly nation, we're also not following your Mormon word.
Dang it.
I
Well,
know.
then it is kind of like, I mean, does part of you go, well, if I'm going to be American, I might as well be a Mormon?
Me, personally? No.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like,
No. It seems like worse than being an American. I already have one.
To be an American Mormon. Yeah, that, I mean, it's two embarrassing things to be.
And it's just like, read the room, folks.
Ooh.
And in Book of Mormon, it said that in 1979, God changed his mind about black people. But I couldn't find that anywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere that God changed his mind about black people. And that racism, and I'm not going to say the words that I read because the words that I read were jarring. But when Joseph Smith died, Brigham Young took over, and Brigham Young was like, hey, guys, we all know Joseph Smith didn't like black people. Guess what? I hate them more. And these people were made to serve white Mormons. They were made to, like, work for us and do everything for us. They are not what we are.
That's awesome.
It's icky, nasty, bad, gross.
I love any part of anything where you go, us versus them? No, they were created for us. Like, that's just, like, such a crazy way to look at the world. I don't like that. I don't like when you think that people were put here to serve you. To really believe that in your heart is, like, such an ugly thing.
Well,
And
I'm
all
like,
I'll say about that.
Obviously, indoctrination is powerful in every setting that there is indoctrination.
Yeah.
But, like, and the answer is white men. But, like, who was like, I'm going to make sure we don't feel equal from the get. Like, we're all the same But I'm gonna make sure that this type of the same is
Is-
mean style. It makes everyone.
Oh my god, so that's crazy because I didn't know that was. I thought it was like had to do with like, well, yes, and it does, right? That like presumably Brigham Young must have benefited a lot from slavery, and so therefore he was like, God did it like that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Well, and I think beyond slavery, a white man in power will do anything
to stay in power
to feel superior. Well,
Yeah.
yeah that too.
Right, because that's, I mean, hey, I just saw Wicked, the musical, and that's like the whole thing. To get people aligned is to create someone below them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to have an enemy, have someone who you look down upon, and therefore, like, I mean, we can do a whole episode on that.
Tale as old as time. Well, it happens in 12 zillion iterations in our lives every single day.
Yep. And most importantly, in Mormonism. Awesome. Okay, I only have 5 perfection points. How many questions are left?
1, but it's worth 25.
Okay. Phew. Okay. And what if I end up with negative 20 perfection points?
We're not taking points away. Like I said, my God doesn't keep score. You know,
the Mormon God.
You're only earning. We're not taking anything away.
Love that.
This is God, baby, my God, baby. Our God, baby.
Our God, baby. Hey.
Okay. Final question. How many wives did Brigham Young have? A, 69. Nice. B, 101. Dalmatian style. C, 56. D, 8.
Okay.
Just coming up with numbers.
So obviously D8 is sort of like the only reasonable number. Yeah, I mean, I think that's still bonko. Although people are really into what they're into these days, and I'm sure there's someone out there right now who has 8 wives, but like consensually, not creepy,
totally
indoctrinated style. However, I'm so sorry.
No.
Do you think that Mormons are against polyamory? If in that polyamory it is just one man and many women? No, because that's what they do.
No.
But like if it was like a non-Mormon, if it was like, you know.
Well, so here's the thing is also that when Mormons started like moving through America, and polygamy was sort of like the thing, their big headline, if you will. People in Arizona specifically, and what was the other place? Arizona and Idaho were like, hey, we love God and we love sort of the stuff that you're saying. However, polygamy is like a no-go for us. So that was when the LDS church officially said, okay, polygamy isn't a must. We can take that away. But then there's so many people now who are cultural Mormons who don't believe in God but use Mormonism as a caveat to have many wives.
Right. Awesome. So,
which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's sick. I think it's cool. That's great. Okay, I'm sorry, but your question, 69, 101, 56, or 8? If, again...
101, 56, or 8.
A is the funniest answer. It's funniest if he had 69 wives. I also like the idea of it being 101. And then in my mind, if he had 101 wives, then that's why Disney chose the number 101 for 101 Dalmatians. And then, there's a whole thing there. 56 presumably is a number that has no significance because you didn't pick 67. You know about kids saying 67.
Yeah, I almost did 6-7, but then I was like, meh.
Okay. A lot of the answers have been C. I'm gonna go with.
Am I trying to Scantron prank you though?
Exactly. I'm like, is it
Get in your
C?
head.
Or is it normal? Is it D? Is it A? Normal. I'm gonna say C. Final answer.
56 wives, yeah.
Ah! 25 perfection points. Okay, that was hard. Mormonism.
You won though. You got 25 perfection points.
Thank God.
And then 530 total. Think all of the 4 gods, plus then the other gods who were our brethren that are now dead. And when you die, you also have to get baptized again.
Did you just say that when you die, you have to get pregnant?
You have to get baptized again.
Got it. I was like,
I wish I said get pregnant because that'd be so freaky.
I was like, well, they already did all that. Like, now I have to do it in death? Okay.
They already did all that.
It is amazing, like, how much religions have in common, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And how it's, like, so much of it is so ugly.
Control.
I mean, and especially, like, I think that's, like, so true of Mormonism, given, like, that the seed of it is, like, some guy was just being like, no, really, you guys, really? And, like, you know, he was probably just bored.
Well, it's literally control over women and children, because also elders are only allowed to be men in the Mormon church to this day. Any position of power in the Mormon church is only allowed to be men.
Yay.
Sort of awesome.
Sick.
Yeah. Oh, and then this is just a fun fact this is why I asked you what year Jesus died, because I couldn't figure out how to put this into a question form. Mormons believe that when Jesus was crucified, I said Jesus. When Jesus was crucified and put in the cave, and then they couldn't find him.
Right.
They believe he was visiting America to let his followers know. Okay, so to follow the timeline. Jesus visited America in presumably 33 AD when Christianity had not yet been pushed on to Native Americans.
Right.
Jesus came to all of the Native Americans and said, hey guys, I know I'm getting crucified in, where did he get crucified?
Rome.
Right now. I know I'm getting crucified in Rome right now. But I just want to pop in and say, just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean I'm not thinking of you, my fans. I should know this.
And that's when he would have, like, dropped the plates?
I don't. No.
Or buried them on purpose?
No.
No, so that was God.
I didn't find a backstory on that. An angel named Moroni just simply said, dig, bitch. And Joseph Smith dug.
So now the same way that it all started is, like, the way things in it change. Who's the head of the church? And is there a head of the church and that's the one who can talk to God? Or can any one Mormon...
There's a president now, but any one Mormon, specifically men, though, can talk to God.
Wow.
But they, like, the pitch of Mormonism is, like, it's Christianity, but with amendments that we like having a ton of wives.
And no caffeine. What's up with that?
Well, okay, so it seems like there's, I'm not going to remember what the document was called. I think I wrote it down. But there was a document written called, like, the seeds of Mormonism or something. And it's kind of just like, eat healthy. Hey, try not to eat a lot of red meat, you guys. And caffeine can really take a toll on the system.
Wow. Okay. But then how did it become to mean, like, coffee? And, like, they were like, it's just coffee he's talking about. The same way they go, it's not sex if it's soaking. Like, what is with it the way that caffeine. It was written?
Well, I think that the thing is that religion goes against human nature. So there's all of these caveats to be like, people are going to be people, but this is the real sin. And so
Yeah.
it's like all caffeine. But then also Lisa Barlow is like famously the most Mormon of, because I think that Lisa's the only one who hasn't left the church. Like Whitney has left but hasn't requested her name to be
No,
removed from the records.
I think Whitney did request her name, didn't she?
Oh, is it Heather that hasn't requested her
I think
name?
Heather
I
hasn't
don't know.
requested
Or
her
maybe Whitney was
name.
just later. But like the only person who is still a practicing Mormon is Lisa Barlow and maybe Brittany, but who gives a fucking fuck about Brittany?
I It took me
Sorry,
so long
hate
to
that
figure
girl.
out who Brittany is. I think Brittany is
Exactly.
I think Brittany is definitely practicing for sure because she had that party that she invited Angie K to, and it was a church party, and Angie K brought her a bottle of wine, and so Brittany was pissed because she was like,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm Mormon," and Angie K was like, "I drank with you last night."
Even though, yeah, exactly. So yeah, so like the rules are no caffeine, um, no meat as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like Mondays, if anything, because Mondays are family day, where instead of doing anything, you
Cute.
should be with your family.
Okay.
Kind of nice, unless you
Yeah.
hate your fucking family because your dad is sexually assaulting you. Then your mom's like, well, it's in the name of God.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. That's
uh, anyway, um, undergarments.
yeah. What's up with that?
You can't. It's just like to show your dedication to God.
That you're wearing like a little
Modesty.
long
Women
sleeve
can
shirt.
only have 2 modest piercings. Everyone has to dress modestly. No facial hair. No sideburns. You have to like bathe every day. Um, no friction style sex, but you're not supposed to do any, technically you're not supposed to do anything that makes your body feel good, like in a sexual way, like no pleasure, so like no masturbation, and then like even feeling aroused is frowned upon.
Wait, is that like what? Because like, why did Joseph want all those wives? Like, what was he doing with them?
Well, he got married to them so then he could have sex with them,
Right, but like,
so it's premarital.
okay, so like once you're married, you can have a boner. Premarital
Anything goes.
boners are
Well,
out.
once you're married, sex is encouraged because it's like the truest bond between husband and wife. So they
Okay,
want you fucking constantly. And then no birth control's allowed, which is why they have 12 million children.
right. They want lots and lots of Mormons. God loves
Yeah.
Mormons, and He
And
wants
they
some more.
haven't fucked for 28 years, so now
What else are they gonna do?
you're going to be making up for lost time.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Mormonism.
I feel changed. I feel. You said it
Yeah.
was gonna be like 90% red flags, 10%. Oh, and so far
Well,
the
I
10.
didn't say the 10% thing, and it's like a 2% thing.
I
But
was gonna
sorry.
say
Sorry. Finish your
I
thought.
have not found 10%. That was charming. I found very little to be charming, but they do want you to be really, really nice to people, right? That's like a thing.
Kindness and honesty are 2 major tenets of the church.
Okay.
And then the other thing that this is why I was like, okay. And I of course closed my document, so just one moment. Mormons promote ufology and believe in many non-human things because they believe that God is like so big and beautiful and powerful that
Right.
God and all religious things are inherently interstellar. So they like really worship space and love like stars and planets and things because that is like being able to see heaven to them.
Oh. Okay, that's
And
charming.
I thought that was really nice.
Oh,
Yeah, but I love space, so
I was gonna say. But do
you
you think that
know,
Mormons
I'm
think we went to
biased.
the moon?
Probably not. I think they probably think that that's like
That's
going
like
against God's will.
sacrilege. Yeah.
Yeah, sacrilege is the word I was looking for earlier. Because like you probably have to be exalted and be the most what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Holy.
You must like reach the highest sanctity in order to visit space. So I think like visiting space on your own is probably frowned upon.
Probably.
I didn't see anything specifically about that, but it would make sense to me.
How many Mormons are there?
Really amazing question. So, I don't have an exact number for 2026 because, like, right now it seems like things are very much in flux. A lot of people are leaving, and because there's a lot of shame attached to having your name removed from all of the Mormon documents, there's not like an exact count. But in 1990, there were 7 million practicing Mormons in the US, 16 million by 2020.
Wow. So in
Yeah.
26 years, they doubled their numbers.
Yeah. In 30 years.
That math was so wrong. I couldn't even function.
Well, it's 2026, and that was sitting on your heart.
That would still be
But it is right
36
now.
years. Dum dum.
Easy.
Me dum dum, not you.
No one dum dum.
Maybe a little. Okay, wow. So like they really figured out a way to get, or I guess they just had a lot of babies too. That's part of it.
Babies, and I also think that, like, socially, I mean, especially like watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it's very clear to me that um business opportunities flourish
Yeah.
within like the church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
what's up with
famously
that?
church is a place of community and connection, and so and all of these people are filthy fucking rich. And also I think that people in the same way of, you know, white men trying to find ways to be the most powerful, I think that people who consider themselves like God-fearing Christians believe that they are superior to the rest of humans. And
Yeah.
in Mormonism specifically, I mean, pretty much if you're not a Mormon, even if you're another sect of Christianity,
Right.
you fucking suck and you're going to hell. Mormonism is the only true form of Christianity.
And what is Mormon hell supposed to be like? Is it like all the other Christian hells? It's like hot and fire and Satan and
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing exciting. It's not like you float through
Nothing
space
new from what I could tell.
forever.
Well, actually, the opposite is that you'll never be to space. Like,
Right.
because I think that space is the origin, and I was reading one of my notes that I took is that they're like, being on Earth is like a test of humanity and seeing if you can, like instill your beliefs in yourself and others long enough that you can return to space. So it's all about returning to space.
Whoa. Okay, now I'm kind of like, well, now I'm in. Now I'm sold. I would like to,
right? Just that one thing. I'm like, that's sort of,
And then I'm back out at the 10% of my income. I had heard once I was listening to something or watching something. Have you ever listened to or watched a thing? Yeah, probably.
Sometimes.
Huh? Yeah.
A couple times.
It's a great way to pass the time. I was doing some of that, and a person in it was like, no, like me and my friends growing up, they were Mormon. He was like, we used to like sit together and talk about like, okay, what do you think your planet's gonna be like? Like, what are you gonna ask for on your planet when you die? So, Lou, I would like to, in what I'm assuming is our final moments, if you would like to maybe speculate wildly on what would your dream Mormon planet be like, of which you are
my planet would
God, or do you get to live there?
No, I guess I'm God. If I got my own planet, I'm God of that planet.
Can you go down and visit and like ride roller coasters and stuff? Okay, clearly my planet has roller coasters, but
okay, so CJ's planet has roller coasters. That's cool. I think. Listen, I'm gonna say it. I love Earth. My planet would be very Earth adjacent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would maybe have less desert. I'm not fond of desert too much.
Okay.
An arid climate I'm cool with. I love a cactus.
Yeah.
I love the look of Joshua Tree. My planet Pangea would be back together.
Love it.
Okay.
Yep.
Very lush. No capitalism.
Right.
The only men would either be queer and trans. No straight men, no straight cis men allowed at all, because I believe that that's what could give us a utopia. I think when someone's being mean, I kick them off, but ideally no one would be mean.
Right. But it's like
no religion.
Yeah, but the religion has to be you, because it's your planet.
But I'm like, guys, my rules are be nice. Do a lot of psychedelics. Do a lot of fucking and sucking if you want to. Every meal has to be good.
Yeah.
That's kind
Okay.
of it.
Okay, perfect.
Big blueprint plans, run it by me. We have to be very respectful of the land.
Right.
Okay?
So
Everything's going to be so eco. Earth
Okay.
ships. We all live in Earth ships.
cool.
And we can have roller coasters. Because I would want you to be on my planet. And I would want you to be able to have fun here. I don't know. I just like want it to be just like me and a bunch of my friends having fun outside.
Yeah.
Sometimes having fun inside.
Go crazy. Yeah.
Rainbows.
For
No
sure.
depression.
Ugh. Yeah.
That cough laugh was nuts. Sorry.
That was
None of that.
bonk. Wow. I also
Weed,
love that
sorry.
again. You started with the terrain, and I started with roller coasters, and I think that's
Well, because
just
I'm
like,
just like, I think I'm at right. I was driving around this weekend and I was watching the clouds, and you know, it's times like there are moments when I'm in the city where I'm like, you have not communed with nature
Mhm.
in quite some time, and I'm like
My
looking at a cloud
friends.
like, this is the craziest shit ever. A
Yeah.
cloud. And so in this moment right now, I'm like, I would do anything to do mushrooms on a mountain
Got it.
and just look at trees for a while.
Duh.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's beautiful. Obviously, love your planet.
Well, thank you.
10 out of 10. I'll visit from my planet, which
Really good sunsets.
is stunning sunsets.
No bad overhead lighting. Gorgeous
huge.
furniture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think my planet is aesthetically the 70s. A lot of orange and like
Yes,
and
dude.
sunken living rooms and shag and mid-century modern 60s 70s.
Sunken living rooms only.
Yeah. And I do want it to have that like retro futuristic look of like the 50s with like all like the kitchen gadgets and like teal and
Yeah,
like
dude.
like teal stuff. And I want all of the things that like they thought were gonna happen, except for but no racism. Duh. Number one, no racism, no hate, really.
Hey, no hate on either of our planets, for the record.
You know, I think I also would like to have the population of my planet be small. I wouldn't want a
Tiny.
big planet. I want a little one. I want a little guy,
Totally.
little tiny guy, where it's just kind of like. Now that scares me though, because then I get into like, okay, well, like if I want a small population on my planet, how am I as God maintaining that? Do they have really short lifespans? Am I making people infertile? How am I maintaining that? Maybe really long
I think that
lifespan.
if we're following traditional religion rules, you say it.
I just go, guys, just like chill with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Chill with it.
You're like, I want this many people.
So be aware.
It's gonna work.
Because I'm picturing my planet more like a neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
And there's like a pier that is run beautifully with the roller coasters. That's where they are.
Yeah.
There's corn dogs. There's popcorn. Can you tell I'm hungry?
Carnival vibes.
Yeah, so there's like, but like without any like creepy, spooky that. However, I do want there to be creepy, spooky stuff on my planet. But not at the carnival.
For fun.
For fun. Like,
Yeah.
like, I think that, like, on my planet, when you die, you get to check a box and say, like, if you want to haunt people for a little while. And then it's like, but you have to, like, submit a form
That's
of,
fun.
like, who and why, and, like, then you get approved or not.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
I love that.
I think that everybody wears fun clothes and likes it. Everybody loves their body, and and everyone is. There are no incels on my planet for sure.
Totally.
So, no incels allowed. No racists. No bigots. No. All that boring stuff. But I do think that on my planet, and ethically, men have to work and women don't. Ethically. You
That's
know,
gorgeous.
whatever that looks like. Men have to work. Women don't. Alternatively, the planet is so small that it's just like we have a farm and you all take care of it and you all do it together. And then you go ride a roller coaster. But would you have roller coasters without capitalism?
Yes,
on my planet?
Because
I picked it out.
It's someone's passion to build roller coasters. They don't have to pay to go on the roller coaster.
No, you just
Someone's
get to
like,
go.
I love building roller coasters. I'm going to build a roller coaster. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, let's ride that roller coaster.
Hell yeah.
Duh. I also think my planet has 5 moons and everyone dances all the time.
Oh, that's good. My planet has 3 moons. And they're always, and there's a big one in the middle and 2 smaller ones.
And they're all luminaries.
Duh, they all light up just like the real moon.
Duh.
And I think also on my planet there's like a lot of friendly monkeys. Cause that's fun.
That's nice.
They're really friendly.
I always think of having a marmoset.
Do you?
I always think of having a marmoset.
I didn't know that about you.
Because that's like, I'm just like, that's real?
What kind of monkey is Curious George supposed to be? Because he's like a little brown monkey with a long tail. And so he's not a chimpanzee, which are horrifying. What the hell's a Bobby Jack?
Bobby Jack.
What are you talking about?
Bobby Jack.
Of all the things that you've said on this podcast that have not made me go, what are you talking about? For this to be the first is kind of amazing.
Bobby Jack.
Curious
George is technically a chimpanzee.
No, he has a tail.
According to DuckDuckGo.
Okay, well, that on my planet, all the monkeys look like Curious George with a tail. And there are no chimpanzees because those things are scary as hell.
Bobby Jack.
Oh, Bobby Jack. Yeah, all the monkeys look like that.
Bobby Jack. Paul Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
None of them are marmosets, but I'll let it slide.
Sorry.
I saw a marmoset in Florida once and I wept.
There's a lot of parrots on my planet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think all animals, there's like not a food chain. We all eat grass.
Oh.
Very beautiful. You ever seen The Parrots of Telegraph Hill?
The what of who?
I think you would really like it. It's a movie called The Parrots of Telegraph Hill, and it's about all of the parrots who live on Telegraph Hill.
Okay, I'll watch it.
You should watch it. You would really like it. You would really, really like it.
Sold.
And our planets are like this.
There's
and
a,
we can
like a little bridge.
Zip zap zop onto each other's. Yeah.
And and on my planet, everybody does improv.
We're all doing mono scenes on my planet, and on CJ's planet, we're doing 2-prov.
Yeah. No, I think
beautiful.
That what I've learned in this conversation is that the thought of like having my own planet is far too daunting. Because I cannot stress this enough. I started with roller coasters. Those aren't even like my favorite. Like that's not even my favorite thing in the world. And it was the first thing I put on my planet.
Being too logical. You just gotta have fun and losing trust in yourself as God. Because I'm like, there won't be any sickness. Why? Because I decided.
Right. But on your planet, does my voice always sound like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do feel changed.
So?
I feel even more confused than before. I'm also like really impressed at how much you learned about Mormonism. And now
because I loved to learn it. It was crazy.
Wow. When it's my time to do Scientology, I got big fills to shoe.
Big fills to hill. The good important news is I don't know anything about Scientology at all.
Well, so. And you're about to learn at least 3 things.
At least.
Which is what I think everyone takes away from an episode of Speculating Wildly. At least 3 new facts.
3 things.
3 things. Okay, on that note.
I love our improv planets.
Yes, improv planet.
All I can say is I can't wait to die and have our planets be neighbors.
Me too.
And love ya.
Love you. Well, that was an episode, and that was the time that I had. Good night, and we gotta come up with something quippy to say at the end.
We
Okay.
gotta come up with something other than.
And if you made it this far, you can find us everywhere at Speculating Wildly Pod, and all of our links are in the show description. Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and most importantly, recommend us to your weird uncle.